I got them two tracks.
Hi guys, what's going on? Stu here, back with another Critical Ops video, and today we're going to be going over patch 0.3.7, talking about how it's going to be affecting the game and give some feedback to the devs. Now you might be wondering why I'm talking so quickly, and that's because this is a massive update. Just as patch 0.3.6.0 was, 0.3.7 has a lot of big changes happening, and I want to get through them as quickly as possible. I have about 3 pages worth of notes sitting on my desk to cover, so let's get through this. There were a couple fixes, character animation and skin fixes, maybe some glitches, I don't know. Crosshair no longer disappears while flashbang, you can aim now. Dead terrorists receive loss bonus even if the round ends in timeout, while alive terrorists still receive $0. So, you got that, let's say you got that one guy camping T-spawn on Barcelona, and he's not leaving, he's sitting in the corner, and CT doesn't come out to kill him, because they don't have to, why bother? They just play for time. Well, he receives 0, the rest of the team receives whatever the loss bonus was for trying. He receives nothing, everyone else receives something, it's done. Everyone's happy. I'm happy with this change. Honestly, I'm so done with this happening in game. There were 5 mobile changes, but 3 major ones. 2 of them had to do with crouching. Dying while crouching no longer makes your camera drop into the area underneath the map, also known as the Oblivion or the Void. And pressing chat while crouched no longer makes you stand up, meaning that you can talk to your team while taking cover to talk strategy without getting shot in the head, and that's always great. The crosshair now scales properly with screen scale, and for Android only, launching the game from the app icon no longer restarts the game. In addition to this, Android users now have more ads for free credits. I don't know if this was an iOS problem as well, but I think it was just Android that was having this issue. The first-person hand model on new weapons is now thinner, in addition to the Google Play login being improved, very minor optimizations to game performance. These are all just the miscellaneous fixes and stuff. They don't fit into any category, but that's through. Moving on to the 2 major changes, well 4, but I've grouped them into 2 categories. First, we have aesthetics. The GSR 1911 has new animations and a model. And first I was kind of iffy on this. It was okay, but it wasn't great. I felt kind of cartoonish, but the animation looks really sick. Okay, it's a spinning thing, kind of like the dual MTXs when you either reload or take them out. I can't remember, but it looks good, and it's fine. I have no problems with it anymore. It's great animation, great model. Not necessary, but hell, the next change is even less necessary. We now have gun inspection. Now, I love it. I'm going to be honest, I love it. It's purely aesthetic, there's no reason to have it, but for someone with a lot of skins and who's just, it's just a cool thing to have. Walk around the map, show off your knife. Now, you can't inspect all guns and all weapons. They've only finished the animations for the GSR 1911 XD45, MTX MP5, P90, SA58, AK47, HK417, Super 90, M14, and the knife. So, for example, the P250 can't inspect it, the MP70 can't inspect it. But they're working on it, and I'm sure it's going to come out soon, and I'm sure it's going to look really good. As these ones look fine, and it's going to be great. And some new montages. I'm not doing that again, there's so much work. So, that's it for aesthetics. Moving on to the 2 biggest changes that are actually going to be impacting the game. Gameplay changes. Movement speed has been reduced by 7%, round timer decreased to 100 seconds, bomb timer increased to 40 seconds, flashbangs limited to 1, and cost reduced to $200. Smoke duration reduced by 3 seconds, grenade bounciness increased, frag grenade explosion range reduced by 10%, equipping and throwing grenades is slightly faster, while movement speed with grenades is slightly slower. So these changes are impacting the pacing of each round, the speed things happen, as grenades are the main, I guess, I'm not going to say choke points, but they're the main factors that impact how T will move around the map. CT will use smokes, flashes, or frag grenades to dictate where the Ts can and can't go. Now, of course, they can push through the smoke, but that's normally suicidal, if you get what I mean. CTs will use, flashbangs to deny terrorists, peeking corners and stuff. And because of this, they've been both nerfed and buffed. Rounds move both faster and slower. It's kind of weird to talk about. Teams need to now make their decisions quick and execute quickly, especially T. With a 40-second bomb timer, there's more of an what's the word? Focus, I guess, on defending the bomb, which is always great to see. With the round timer reduced by 100 seconds and movement speed reduced by 7%, now it's important to make the decisions quickly and execute. You can't sit around waiting for things to happen. There's a bit more strategy involved, as in you have to know what you're doing. And I like to see that. Especially with the tournament coming up. If you guys have heard about that, I'll make a video about it soon. Getting hyped up for that. I'd love to shoutcast that, by the way. Last challenges, weapon balance. Now, this is mainly focused on the rifles, as they all received nerfs, or sort of received nerfs. The M4, I feel like, has been nerfed the least. But across the board, accuracy while moving, so jumping, running, even walking, has been... Okay, the accuracy has been decreased, but the factor which you are inaccurate by has been increased. So it's a nerf. They've been nerfed. You can't run and gun as well anymore. The problem that used to happen is that rifles, especially the AK-47, was used as a SMG almost. People would jump around corners and shoot people in the head. Anyway, the point is that especially on laggy-ish servers that the Critical Force Entertainment team is currently running, I mean, at least the NA server, I have a ping of maybe, like, let's say 60, I have a ping of 60, but I'll still see lots of stuttering and stuff. Maybe that's other people. Anyway, combined with jumping around corners and having a pretty accurate shot in the air, it's way, way, way too strong. And I love to see that they're changing that now. I love to see that game balance. There's more of an emphasis on precision than just taking random shots, and I like that. I like those changes. The AUG's base damage has been increased to 28 from 26, meaning that it is now a one-shot headshot with a helmet, which is good. The AK-47 now has some competition. In addition to this, the SG-551's max damage has been increased from 25 to 32. Yeah, with 100% armor penetration. It's still expensive as hell, and the fire rate is slightly lower at 620 from 650 RPM. But now it's more of a viable choice, and I like to see that. Unfortunately, my rifles video is now almost completely outdated by these changes, but whatever. Game balance. The SMGs have been nerfed, especially their range, which is good, because they're a bit too strong. And the shotguns have been nerfed by range, but the max damage has been increased. So there's more of an emphasis on close quarter combat, and at range, the damage fall off is much more. The FP6 especially went from 8 per pellet to 5 per pellet. Finally, the smallest change that no one really cares about, the SA-58's magazine size has been increased to 28 from 24. That's it. Let's give that guy some love. He just wanted to sneak in at the end of the patch notes. So that wraps it up. That's everything. I also like to mention that the recoil for the rifles has been increased vertically, but decreased horizontally. That's just for a few of them. The SA-58, for example, didn't receive that change. But yeah, that's it. So to recap, rounds are now, you have to be more, I want to say, you have to think through what you're doing, and you have to do it. You have to think, and then you have to execute. You can't sit around lollygagging all day, which is nice to see. Rifles have been nerfed, but buffed. They've been changed so that they're more about precision than running and gunning, which is great to see. SMGs are less effective and can't really be used as rifles. So what they're doing is they're basically dictating a meta for the game. And I like to see that, especially in a game that is now going to have a tournament that's going to be streamed on Twitch or Mob Crush. I'm not sure which streaming service they're going to be doing. But it's good to see some more competitive balances, even though the game is casual. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like if you would like to see one for 0.3.8 whenever that's released. Let me know in the comments below, and also let me know what you guys think about me uploading some CSGO stuff. I got the game a couple days ago, and I'm really enjoying it. So if you guys would like to see some, maybe like a comp match or something, I can upload that. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. This is Rhubarb Stew. Keep on cooking.
I'll get them to trust.